Recording. Share the screen. Do it. Boom. And we're good. So we're recording. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Why did I do that? Okay. So it says there prove that the triangle with vertices -2, 8, 320, and 1180 is isosceles. Key word here is isosceles. Isosceles triangle has to have what? Yeah, two sides equal. So all you gotta do to prove that is an isosceles triangle is to show that two sides are equal. Now, here's the thing. In theory, we want to show that it's a triangle first. But, I mean, I think the spirit of the question is practice distance formula. That's what they want you to do. Right? Does that make sense? But let's go ahead and just at least draw it, because we do have, it's going to form a triangle because there's 3 points. If you have 3 points that are not the same, then you will make a triangle because you can connect them. Okay. So, oh, something weird's happening here. Whiteboard. Okay, there. Okay. Okay, there. I thought whiteboard had did an update and the update was no good. But usually, guys, when you're doing a question like this, it's a good idea to draw it out. I mean, you know what? This time it doesn't look like it's a good idea because I'm seeing that 20 right there. But you know, let's pretend that I'm a teacher. Okay, so here we go. I'll make an axis and then I'll start doing the math. But I think this is a lower level question. I don't think this is like a difficult question, right? It's like, let me do the lines. So we gotta go up to 20. So this is in the way now. Let me lower it down then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? And then we gotta go up as high as 20, right? 1. Oh my gosh, the rule is too close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, lovely. 17, 18, 19, 20. This is 20. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this together. -2, 8 is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's like right there. And then you got 320, 1, 2, 3, and it's 20 is all the way up there. I hope I can align it, but whatever. And then the last one's 11, 8. So here. Yeah, I definitely, you can even tell which sides they are. Like, should be isosceles, right? Let me go ahead and try to make a pretty triangle. Oh man, it's not gonna look that good. You know why? Because the dot should be here. Stop. Get out. Wait a second. The dot should actually be here. It still looks awful, but whatever. Just pretend it doesn't look awful. All right, this is not a very good isosceles triangle. Let me just do it freehand so I can make it look like an isosceles. There we go. It's these two sides that look like it's gonna be the equal sides. Agreed? Mm-hmm. Remember that because of that, this angle here and this angle here are the same. Right? And so if this here's 3, 20, and this here's 11, 8, and this here's -2, 8, then all I do is I do the distance formula between 320, 11, 8, and also 320 and -2, 8. Agreed? And those two are the same. Have I shown that it is a isosceles triangle? And so let's go ahead and do it. Distance equals the square root of x of 2 minus x of 1 squared plus y of 2 minus y of 1 squared. So that's going to be distance equal 8 minus 20, right, squared. And then you have 11 minus 3 squared. So 8 minus 20, that's -14. squared. Plus, what's 11 minus 3? Is that 8? Oh, coño, thank you. 12. And then the other one is 3. It's positive 3. I mean 8. 8. You know, it's funny. Last night I was going over with my daughter how to subtract, and I was like kind of explaining to her like just count from the other number upward. But I think that's not the way I learned it. I just freaking counted my fingers. So I think I'm gonna tell her, pretend you have 3 extra fingers here, and that's 13, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 13 minus 6. That's the 7th number. That's how I do subtraction. All right, so let's do this one here. 144 plus 64. What's 144 plus 64? Oh, yes. My wife is telling me her head hurts. I don't know why I should care. Take a pill. An Advil. All right, so 164 plus 64. What does that come out to? 200 and? Okay. Now, in theory, the other one should give me the same thing if it's isosceles, right? So we got the same thing, 8 minus 20, right? 8 minus 20 squared plus -2. It's not going to come out the same. That one doesn't come out the same. This is not a good thing. So we got 100. Basically, we're going to have -12 squared plus -5 squared. So that comes out to 144 plus 25, and that's 169, comes out to 13. And I'm like, oh no, man, I'm gonna have to do the other one. So now I have to do -2,8 and 11,8, because maybe that's the isosceles side. But the picture makes me think it's the other one. Maybe I just drew it wrong. So let's do the last one. It's gonna be -2,8 and 11,8. I don't even know how that one's gonna come out to that. 8 minus 8. This is even worse. 11 minus -2. And it's squared. And then it's going to be 0 squared plus, 11 minus -2 is 13. And then we square root it. And now we have basically 169 here. And it's 13. Oops. So these two are isosceles. These are to the equal sides. So we have shown it's isosceles because both these sides are equal to each other. Oh, am I writing slobby? I'm so sorry. I'll do better the next problem. I promise. Is that a hard question to do? No. I'll wait because some people are writing. The answer is, since these two are the same, then it shows that it is isosceles. And then I just had to correct which sides I thought was isosceles. I mean, so, oh man, these two are the sides that are equal. And like, to think about it, maybe it's true. Maybe I don't know. I like seeing upright triangles. Yes. Well, you could just leave it there, but you wanna like reduce it or something. You wanna make it look prettier. Just leave it like that for now. Next chapter will make it look prettier. Yes. Oh, that's right. I gotta find the area. That's the rest of the question. But at first, prove the triangle with vertices isosceles. I'm solving that problem first. Right? So the first thing I'm doing is proving the area. I mean the isosceles. Now I gotta find the area. You want me to find the area? Okay. But does anybody else besides her want me to do it? Do you know how to find the area of a triangle? Yeah, it's the area of a triangle is half base times height. Now here's the thing, guys. Here's the important thing. Hello. For whom? Erica? It happens to be you. All right. So here's the thing, guys. You're welcome. Be careful. So here's what happens. We have the base. We don't have we have to pick a base. There's three bases here, technically speaking. Like you can have this guy's a base, you can have this guy's a base, or this guy's a base. Okay. But if I were to pick a base in this case, I would pick this base. And here's why. Because these two sides are equal and I can find this height. I'll make this the height. I'll make this the base. I already found that number. That number, the base here, is the square root of 208. It's an ugly number, undeniably, but it's there. So then what I have to do is I've had to find that height. The height is the distance between this here and this over here. Well, how do you find that? That is called your perpendicular bisector. So what do you think that middle point is going to be? We have a formula to find it. The midpoint. So now the problem gets more complicated, but in actuality, it's just trying to get you to do everything that you're supposed to know. So let me go ahead and zoom out of here a little bit. And now we're going to tackle the part of this problem, which is the area. And I'll write down the information here. So we're going to tackle the area of this problem. So let's do that together. So the area for a triangle is half base times height. So the area is half base times height. In this case, we have a triangle, and I'm going to just sketch it where I'll sketch it this way, that has 13, 13, and then this side here, square root of 208. This is not to scale. Okay. Now, the points associated with the base are 11, 8 and 3, 20, if I remember correctly. This over here is negative 2, 8. Okay. Now, I would, if I'm doing this problem, I would want this height here. This is the height. There's three heights actually for this triangle. Okay, there's three heights, but we're going to use this one because it's convenient. Okay, and this is the base. So we know the base, so we got to find the height. To find the height, we need to find this point first, and that is the midpoint. So we do the midpoint. Yes, we do the midpoint. Yes, sir. Remember, the formula is x of 1 plus x of 2 divided by 2, comma, y of 1 plus y of 2 divided by 2. And so you have 11 plus 3 divided by 2. You have 8 plus 20 divided by 2. So you have 14 divided by 2, 18 divided by 2. So that's 7, 9. So now you know that this guy here, our beloved midpoint there, 7, 9. But now you got to find a distance. I noticed the dog right now. I just noticed him right now, but he's not paying attention today. So we have 7, 9. Yesterday, a dog like that barked at me in the road. He was running like away from his owner. And I'm like, hey, bro, I'm your buddy. And he stopped. So the distance now is going to be judged between effectively 7, 9 and negative 2, 8. And so once again, I write my distance formula out. I mean, I know that's kind of messy right there, but I don't have lines here. I wish I had lines. I could get a line paper here if I wanted to. Negative 2. Oh, what did I just do there? I was going to write the points there. I write x of 2 minus x of 1. This is how you memorize your formulas. When you do your homework and stuff, you tell them to yourself. You sing them to yourself. So There you go. You have 8 minus 9 squared plus -2 minus 7 squared. So that's going to be -1 squared in parentheses plus -9 squared, right? And assuming I didn't make a mistake, let me just look at it for a second. Looks good to me. You basically have the square root of 1 plus 81, which is the square root of 82. And so now you know your base. Now you know your base. Your base is equal to the square root of 82. Now, that means that your area, so yeah, sorry, the height. So now you know that your area for your triangle, I guess I can just scroll this up a little bit. So I can say now that the area for the triangle must equal half times the base, square root of 208, times the square root of 82. Now, this is where maybe have made square root of 200, was it 208? Prettier would have come in handy. So before I continue, I have to make sure I did that right. 8 minus 20 indeed is -12. And 11 minus 3 is indeed 8. And 144 plus 64 is indeed 208. So why would it have been nicer to work with like nicer numbers? Because if this were reduced, it would look prettier and I could do my multiplication better. And not so let me show you what I mean. So I'll do this in rainbow. Yes. No, it does not. 1/2 will cancel like 2. It was squared to the second power, yes, but okay. Yeah. Squares cancel square roots. All right, so let's take 208. Let me show you how to make this look prettier. I did it in rainbow. Actually, let me pick the other rainbow one, this one. So here's rainbow for you. Square root, I like that rainbow better. 208. So I go to myself, hey guys, what can I divide 208 by? You know, you could divide it by 2, but let me try and divide it by 16. 208 divided by 16. Oh my gosh, it's 13. So if I take the square root of 16 and I multiply by the square root of 13, I would get the square root of 208. But I know that the square root of 16 is 4, so the square root of 208 really is 4 times the square root of 13. You see that? And now 82, I feel like I can do something with. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna try. So like I'm gonna get my calculator. Oh, I got two okay. Emails for my business. Okay, so now I have 82. If I divide by 4, I don't think it's gonna work. By 6, I don't, maybe no, 6 doesn't work. 8 doesn't work. I don't think 16 works. Oh man, I missed. So 82 divided by 16 doesn't work. 82 divided by 2, I know it works, but that's 41. I don't think I can do anything with square root of 82 that makes it a lot prettier. Does anybody know what I can do with that makes it look prettier? Yeah, you can't make it look prettier. All right, so let's just go ahead and say that area must equal half times 4 square root of 13 times square root of 82. So now you take, well, obviously the 4 divided by 2 is 2. So you have 2, and then you have to take 82 times 13. That's 1,066. That's the square root of 1,066. And then you want to make 1,066 look prettier. So I'm going to divide that by 16 just because I feel like it. It doesn't work. 1,066 divided by 4. Tampoco. Put in your calculator. I don't feel like going through this trouble right now. Does it make it look pretty? Just 1,066 just stays ugly like that? Yes. Where the midpoint 8 plus 20 is what? Why 7? Why you say 7? Yeah, this is all right. So this is 320 and this is 11/8, right? Okay. All right, so guys, this is give a decimal for this. It's approximately what? 65.3? Is that what you're getting? Yeah, but when you multiply by 2, what does it give you? Okay, good. That's it. That's it. Um, I'm always suspicious. So this was number what? What number was this? 7. So I go here, I look at the answers, of course, because I don't want to give you bad notes. And the answer is freaking 78. Coño, es que... Okay, so the midpoint's wrong. Coño. All right, so let's take a look at it. What? What? Where? So what's wrong with the midpoint? So 8 plus 20 is 20 freaking 8s. And this is gonna be 14. So now that's really bad. Now we gotta do everything all over again, bro. So 8 minus 14. 8. Well, look, guys, I'm erasing 2, okay? Qué estupidez. All right, so we got -6, right? And square it, and we get 30. Hey, but the numbers look better now. The numbers look better. Okay, so we got 36, right? Plus 81. What's 36 plus 81? Wait, that doesn't look like a good 36. That looks horrible. But the point's better. So it's 117. Well, yeah, but that looks doesn't look good either. Wonderful. Ay, coño. Three plus 11 is 14 divided by 2 is 7. 20 plus 8 is 28 divided by 2 is 14. Great. 8 minus 14 is 8 minus 14 is -6. Squared 36. -2 minus 7 is -9. 117. Fine. 117. What's 117 times 208? So then this becomes 3 square root of 13, right? And now finish it up. So now we have 2 times what's the square? So square root of 117 reduces to square root of 13 times 3. Let me not be lazy and grab my calculator. Square root of a square root of, wait, why is my calculator doing this to me? Square root of 117 is 3 square root of 3. Okay. So now we have 2 times 4 square root of 13 times this will come out to this half times 12 times 13. What's 13 times 12? 156 divided by 2 is what? Yay. So be careful with your arithmetic. It can set you back. Yeah. So the thinking is still correct, right? It's just numbers. What's important here is the thinking, the strategy, can you put the puzzle together? Okay. So let's do the next one. Any questions or concerns on this one? Just concerns? What was the more difficult part? Was showing it was isosceles hard? The second part was the area. The hardest part there, in my opinion, would be figuring out the midpoint, figuring out that you need to find the midpoint to find that distance. But doing the midpoint is trivial, and doing the distance is trivial. It's just plugging in numbers, right? Okay, we got time. So now let's do the next one. Were you able to do number 8? Okay. Do you want me to do it? For those of you who didn't do it. I can. It's just it feels like I'm supposed to not be the one getting ready for the AICE test. I'm supposed to be like just chilling. Let me see if I can chill here. I'll do it this way. There. Okay, so let's do this together. The 3 straight lines y equals x, 7y equals 2x, and 4x plus y equals 60 form a triangle. Find the vertex, the coordinates of its vertices. So now let's think about what they want us to do. They want us to find the intersection points between those 3 lines. They're nice people, huh? That means that we have to do 3 different equations that we're solving simultaneously. You can draw a picture of this, can't you? I don't feel like drawing a picture right now. I'm going to do this straight to the equations, get the answers, and then we can do the pictures. Fair enough? All right. So you got to do y equals x and 7y equals 2x. You got to do, so that's going to be thin. Okay. So now we go 7y equals 2x and 4x plus y equals to 60, right? And is there another one I can do? Y equals to x, and what else? Those are the 3 separate simultaneous linear equations that you need to solve to get 3 different vertices, which will be the vertices of your triangle where the 3 lines intersect, right? Now, do we like 7y equals to 2x? Does it matter? Do I want to rewrite it? Or can I just say if y, so here, wait. I want to make sure that everybody, let me pick blue. So we're going to go with blue. So for y equals to x and 7y equals 2x, what method do you want to use? So what does y equal to? So here's what we do. We say 7x equals 2x. Right? And then it has, give me 1 second, wonderful people. Morning. All right, so that's, can you solve that equation there? Well, I would do this. This is what I would do, but I don't know anything. Yes, that's what I would do. And then what do you could see the answer. Can't you see the answer? 0. So if x is 0, what is y gonna be? So y is 0. You could tell because when you substitute it into any of these, there. So you know now that 0, 0 is one of the vertices of this triangle. All right. So now let's do the next one, the next group. Okay. We come here. Let's do this guy. It says 7y equals to 2x. And it says 4x plus y equals to 60. I think we're gonna have to do a little bit more effort here. Like, I mean, it says 2x equals 7y, and it says that 7y equals to 2x. Maybe I gotta rewrite it a little bit. I mean, I can be a little bit creative. Like, I can just say that 4x equals 14y if I feel like it. You see what I said? just to show you. If I multiply 2x by 2, don't I get 4x? And if I multiply one side by 2, don't I get the other side has to be 14 now? Aren't those equivalent? So then can I just put, instead of writing a 4 here, wouldn't I write a 14y? Okay, some people don't like that. I'll go back. Fine. You don't want to play ball? Here we go. Watch. 7y, I can just say y equals to 2/7 x. And now you get to work with fractions. So now you have 4x plus 2/7 x. There's a lot of ways to do this, guys, by the way. You can get this, right? You combine like terms, right? So crisscross happy face, right? 28. Yeah. Take away my comfort. Okay. So now I go like this. 28 plus 2 divided by 7x equals 60. Oh, we couldn't have nice numbers all the way. They have to ruin our nice numbers. It might become nice. I don't know. All right, so now we have 30. 30 divided by 7x equals to 60. And so we're going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal of that. So 60 times 7 is some number. Divide that by 30. And look at that. We get 14. 14 means 14, guys. So now you can substitute this here into any one of these. And for those people who are paranoid, just do it to both, but you should get the same y regardless, right? So let's finish up the question. And we have that 7y equals 2 times 14. So 7y equals 18. 28. And y equals to 4. So now we know what's the next coordinate? 14, 4. Wonderful, isn't it? We just found, and you can't see it because unfortunately this board doesn't want to read my mind. Is that difficult? No. And now the last one is y equals x, 4x plus y equals to 60. And let me go ahead and, bro, I gotta teach this all over again next class. Qué jodedera. And I'm sure we're gonna have to do all the questions all over again. Whatever. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do the next question. Next part. So we're back up here. Wonderful, but this one's easier because what does y equal to? So I can just go ahead and replace the y with the x at the next part. Let me pick another color here. Is any of your teachers using the Microsoft Surface? Of course. Do you really think they're slow? But let me tell you, these boards are pretty cool, don't you think? Agreed? That one was easy, right? I wish all of them could be that way. Now, I'm always going to make sure I'm giving you right answers. And yay, I'm right. Good job, Jimmy. All right. So let's go to the next one. Okay, I'll wait. I thought it was self-explanatory, bro. All right, so let me make the notes a little bit prettier because, you know. All right, guys, am I being thorough enough for the notes? Okay. I think it's thorough enough. I'm going through each and every single step. And I hope that you see that basically what I'm going to be testing you on is, do you know how to do distance formula? Do you know how to do midpoint? Do you know how to do perpendicular bisector? Can you write an equation? I mean, so well, the first question we did with the triangle, isosceles triangle, when we found the midpoint of that segment, and then we did the distance, the height, that was a perpendicular bisector. So now this question actually is basically find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of a particular segment. So we have a segment, line segment there. So what we're gonna do is, right, where this question right now, it should arm you with the knowledge of how to do it. I'm gonna go with purple. So what happens is, let's just graph this here. We got -4, 3, and 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 2, -5, and we have -4, 3. And now we have this line segment. And what we want to do is we want to figure out I guess a good contrasting color would be like orange. We want to figure out like who is in the middle here. I roughly speaking, the middle is like here. Oh my gosh, I dragged it. Give me 1 second. Roughly speaking, the middle is like around there. We want to, and that's off. That's not exactly 90 degrees, but if we're 90 degrees and we're in the middle at the midpoint, that we would call the perpendicular bisector. So our first step to finding this perpendicular bisector is actually to find the midpoint. Now let me see if this time I don't mess up on my arithmetic. So x of 1 plus x of 2 divided by 2, comma, y of 1 plus y of 2 divided by 2. It's 2. It's going to be 2 plus -4 divided by 2, comma, -5 plus 3 divided by 2. So it's going to be -2 divided by 2, comma, -2 divided by 2. So it's saying it's 1, -1. My drawing is horrific because there's no way that would have happened in my diagram. But anyways, that's what happens when you do sketches like that. Make sense, guys? So what's our midpoint? Yep. So this is our midpoint. Now, that's the first part. The second part is you need to come up, because now we have a point, now we need a slope. So what we need to find out first is we need to find out the slope between these 2 points. So we find the slope. Now remember, slope formula is y of 2 minus y of 1 divided by x of 2 minus x of 1, which is -5 minus 3 divided by 2 minus -4. So that's going to be -8 plus 6. And so the slope of that line segment is -4 over 3. So the slope who's perpendicular to that must be 3/4. Must be 3/4. Therefore, our perpendicular bisector is going to be using y minus y of 1 equals m minus x minus x of 1, using our point slope form. Using our point slope form, going to be y minus -1 over equals 3/4 I wrote 3 over 3. X minus -1. So y plus 1 equals 3/4 times x plus 1, right? This is going to be y plus 1 equals 3/4 x plus 3/4. And y equals 3/4 x. And then we have -1, right? Well, we have minus 1/4. Because 3/4 minus 1 is 1/4. Now, you can leave it that way. The book has it. What number is this? And yeah, it has AX at AX minus whatever. So the book wrote it like this. The book just wrote it where. So this is the answer, by the way. This is a good answer. By the way, what form is that called? Well, the form, this one. This form is called? Yeah, I'm so sorry. So the answer is in slope intercept form, right? What's my y-intercept there? -104, the coordinate 0, -4. If you want to write in standard form, you just go ahead and rearrange it. So you have 3/4 x minus y equals to 1/4. Notice what I did? And then you multiply everything by 4. So this comes out. Oh, my wife is so happy she got the baby's uniform. And you get that answer, which is the same answer as the libero. I don't like this form because it doesn't give you too much. It gives you information, but not as much as the other one. Okay, fair enough, guys? Is that hard? I promise you I will ask you to find a perpendicular bisect. Yes, for sure. So know how to do this. It's easier than the first question. This is like the first question was you got to do the area. You have to put so many things together. But guys, believe it or not, yes. No. The pure math test, those of you who have taken it or whatever, it's a very straightforward. I mean, it's not straightforward, but they don't mess around. Whatever's in the book is gonna be there. And I mean, you gotta be clever on test day, but not clever every single question. You just gotta know your stuff. You gotta be a nerd. Anyways, so let's do the next question. And it feels like I'm getting ready for this test, not you guys. All right, so now we're getting to questions that are getting slightly more challenging. But I'm gonna try to come to school one day without my phone or my watch, because my watch is like a phone. Oh, it says stand up. Almost there. Oh, I stood up. So let's do this one. This one's actually kind of it's not that it's challenging. It's just, bro, they have 3 parts to it. You know? So the point P is the foot of the perpendicular from the point 0, 3 to the line y equals 3x. Find the equation of the line AP. So the question is, what is a foot? The point P is the foot of the perpendicular from the point 0, 3 to the line y equals 3x. So the first thing I would do if I'm doing this question is I would actually do a small sketch, quick sketch, just to get myself oriented to what they're talking about. Especially if you don't know what the foot means. You know, like when I'm thinking foot, I'm looking at people's feet, which is weird, by the way. Okay. All right, so here we go. Let me just graph a quick sketch. Okay, so my whiteboard's acting up, of course. So I'm gonna go ahead and close it out, open it back up. Come on, computer. So computer is open. The notes are saved, which is great. This topic gets really hot. It really does. So I can zoom into that question. It's working fine now, so there must be some bug. Who knows what it is? And I'm going to go ahead and sketch y equals 3x first. So 0, comma 0 is the origin, and it goes 1 over and 3 up. And so this here is the line. Now, A is right here. Okay. So A is 0, comma 3. Now it says the point P is the foot of the perpendicular from the point. So that's, I see it now. So if I were to zoom in and I would make a perpendicular line here, this intersection right there would be P, because that would be the foot. That would be the foot. Okay. Does that make sense? So we're going to have to find that intersection. So the first thing we should do, it says there, find the equation of line AP. That's the first thing we have to do. So this here is y equals to 3x. Therefore, the slope here is 3. So can somebody tell me what would be the slope of that perpendicular line? Yes, it would be negative 1 over 3. So I have that much. Now, can I form an equation of the line AP? Yes, you can. You don't need P. You have A. Good. So we have negative 1/3 as the slope, and we have a point they gave us, which was namely A. So that's y minus y of 1 equals m times x minus x of 1. So y minus 3 equals negative 1/3 x minus 0. So we have y equals negative 1/3 x plus 3. And that is the equation of that perpendicular line. Now it says find the coordinates of point P. Well, guess what? If we have y equals to 3x, and we also have y equals to negative 1/3 x plus 3, right? And P is their common intersection. Should I just solve them simultaneously by using substitution, for example? What does y equal to? 3x. So 3x equals to negative 1/3 x plus 3. I'm going to multiply everything by 3. 9x equals to negative x plus 9. Why did I do that and not just add 1/3? Because I didn't want to work with fractions. Because I didn't feel like it. Just as a side note, I could have just done this. I don't know why I'm messing up. 9 plus 1 over 3x equals to 9. Right? Right? That's what I could have done. Agreed? I miswrote this, sorry. This was nobody said anything. There we go. Much better. The answer for X is 9/10. This other way, I also get the same thing. Okay. Now I could just substitute the X into any one of these, right? This X can go into here. Y equals to 3 times 9 divided by 10. So that's 27/10. So it's basically the coordinate for P is 9/10, comma, 27/10. So the coordinate is going to be 0.9, comma, 2.7. Agreed or disagree? And you're not seeing that part because I had to scroll up. Agreed? Yeah. Yes, yes, why not? Fractions work. Yes. Only if you're careful. You want to watch him. He's nice to everybody. Why? Okay. But he's a small dog. And my wife is calling me, so give me 1 second. She must have a great reason, an amazing reason to call me in the middle class, right?